Hello everyone, it's Steve with Beck Sense, and today I'm going to be giving over my top 5 spring fragrances to wear for 2021, and I'm also going to throw in 2 honorable mentions, and also we'll be doing a giveaway at the end of the video. So stay tuned. Hope you guys are ready for some cool, refreshing, rejuvenating fragrances because spring is here and I'm ready for it. So let me kick off the first 2 all-around, all-occasion spring fragrances as honorable mentions here. So the first one I'll be talking about is by the House of Burberry, and is Burberry Touch. Burberry Touch is not really a spring cologne, as I would say, but I think it's fantastic for an all-around, all-occasion type of scent. So I think it shines the best in the cool weather, like spring, like 60s and low 70s. It's just a really nice fragrance to have in your collection, and I think it really works well for that type of weather. So that's why I have them out first honorable mention. My second honorable mention is coming from the House of Balcam. This is Balcam G. And what Balcam G is impersonating is Acqua di Gio Profumo. And it does a really good job with this one too. So this one is just great for every occasion as well. I tend to wear it sometimes in the spring, this tweener season once again. It's just the incense in this one, the patchouli, it's just a very nice fragrance, and it works in the spring type weather too. So that's it for my 2 honorable mentions, and those were more like all around, all occasion ones. Now specific for the spring, kicking off the list, at number 5, I have Lacoste White. So Lacoste White is a good starting floral scent. So it's perfect for the spring, I would say. It reminds me of like fresh flowers. The only thing I would say, so it is a good compliment getter from the females, but the reason I think it's such a good compliment getter is because I can see this one also being a unisex fragrance. So I think the females pull this one off too. But nonetheless, regardless, it's a really good fragrance, a nice starting floral fragrance for men to try, and it's only $30. So you can't really go wrong with the price and performance there. So for the $30 range, you get a nice floral fragrance. At number 4, this is a new house that one of my subscribers actually sent me this cologne with a few other samples, and this house is from Genre Parfums, and it is called Essence. So the Essence, this is really the only fragrance on this that made this top 5 list that I think is actually beast mode and projects like a beast. And that's really uncommon for spring fragrances. So this one has like main notes of jasmine, rose, raspberry, and mandarin, but it really projects. So I'm just not used to that in a spring type cologne. And I think this is one of the few that, again, because of the performance factor in this one, you can almost wear like in different seasons as well, but I think it does work best in spring. And that is the Essence from Genre Parfums, my first one sampling from that brand, and I do recommend it. So number 3, I did talk about this one last year, and this is from the House of Alexandria Fragrance, and it's called Zion. And what Zion is replicating is Roja Dove Elysium. This has been, of all the colognes on this list, this is my biggest compliment getter here. So, and Zion has notes of grapefruit, woods, citrus, and vetiver, and they really pull off very nicely. This one does give you very good performance, I would say, for a spring fresh cologne, and it has been one of my all-around favorites. And it does give me a little bit of Creed Aventus vibes. So I would say this is like Creed Aventus Jr. But I really do like this one a lot though. So that's my number 3 fragrance on the list, and that is by Alexandria Fragrances, Zion. Number 2 on my list, this used to be my favorite spring cologne. It's by the House of Armaf, and it's Armaf Très Nuit. And what Armaf Très Nuit is actually replicating, and they do a pretty good job of doing it too, is by the House of Creed, and they're replicating Creed Green Irish Tweed. This fragrance does also remind me of a cologne called Aspen, and also Cool Water. So you do get all three of those vibes in this cologne. Yeah, this one I really like a lot. It's just, it screams spring to me. When people talk about Creed, Green Irish Tweed, they always talk about rolling in the grass fields. This gives you those nice spring vibes. Now this one for me, I do like wearing this on myself. Now the reason I did buy this one, because by this same house of Armand, I have another one called Club de Nuit, and that was replicating Creed's Aventus. And that is my biggest compliment getter of any cologne I ever own. So I kind of thought this one would be the same type of way of getting all those compliments from the ladies. Not so much this one though, but it wasn't really a compliment factor for me, but it really does work well. I like it a lot. If you're not looking for compliments and fishing for those as much, if you're just looking to smell good on like a Saturday spring afternoon, this one definitely does the job. And number one for my list, I haven't went over this one at all in depth yet, but I will be doing that pretty soon. And this one is again by Alexandria Fragrances, and it's called Jack. And what Alexandria Fragrances Jack is replicating is another Creed cologne. And the Creed cologne they're replicating is vetiver. So as the word hints, this has a heavy dose of vetiver, wood, and citrus. So this is like the fresh out of shower cologne, I would say. So definitely a shower gel fragrance. It's probably the king of that, and that's what it's known for. Another cologne this one smells like is Mugler cologne, and they're all Mugler cologne and Creed vetiver are always compared to each other. The performance on this one is actually better than Mugler cologne and Creed vetiver. This one just gives me a great vibe. I mean, I like it for casual. I love it for work. It's my favorite work cologne, I would say. And also for formal events. It's a good formal event for the daytime, I would say. I have better, interesting formal event colognes for nighttime and evening wear. But this is a perfect professional, formal day cologne, I would say. And I really enjoy this one. And I just don't see why there's no hype for this one as much either from the Creed line. So the one thing I didn't notice though, of the spring fragrances, a lot of them were replicating the house of Creed. So I did see that's a common theme. So Creed is known for like the spring, fresh / summer fragrances. So they do a very good job, and all the ones I talked about do a very good job of replicating them too. So now it's time for the giveaway. And the cologne I'll be giving away today is by Bulgari, and it's called Bulgari The Man Essence. So to enter yourself in this drawing that I'll be doing next week, I'll pin the date below when I'll be doing the drawing. So you have to like the video and be a subscriber of the video of my content. And the question you're going to have to answer would be, what is your favorite spring cologne to wear, or spring fragrance in general? Do you have like a Creed fragrances? Do you have a really cheap fragrance that maybe I could look into and see if there's something else I could add to my list? Because I did really enjoy what one of my subscribers did send me by General Parfums, the Essence. And I can't wait to try this one out a little bit more and see how the ladies' reactions to this cologne is. But that's what you need to do to enter yourself in the drawing. Just be a subscriber, like the video, and just answer what is your favorite spring cologne. And with that, guys, remember to always stay fresh. Thanks.